Explore 7 of Alabama's most terrifying myths in this video. From restless ghosts to mythical creatures, each story will keep you on the edge of your seat. Are you brave enough to face these chilling legends? Watch now to uncover the deep mysteries of Alabama that few dare to speak of. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on more spine-chilling stories. Do you believe in these legends? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 1. The Hound of Hell's Gate. There is a bridge where if you cross it on the right night, you no longer see the real world, only a burning gate ahead. Hell's Gate is an abandoned bridge from the 1950s, hidden behind a forest trail in Oxford. Locals call it that because the legend says if you stop your car in the middle of the bridge at midnight, you will see a fiery road leading to hell. But it's not the flames that terrify people. It's what guards the bridge, a black dog with no eyes, no shadow, always standing at the far end of the bridge. The first report of its appearance was made by a couple in 1972. They said that the dog never moved, but with every blink it got closer. The more they panicked and tried to drive away, the more their engine stalled. It didn't bark, it only breathed. Every breath smelled like burnt earth and rotting flesh. Many have dared to challenge the bridge to test their courage, but all say that if you step out of your car and stare at the spot where the dog stands, you'll hear a low growl, like it's coming from the earth itself, and then you'll wake up in the woods, miles away from the bridge. No one knows how they left the bridge, but they all remember one thing: the bridge has 2 ends. One leads home and the other leads deeper than you ever imagined. Number 2. Bryce Hospital. When you step down the old hospital corridor, you'll hear your name called, but you'll be all alone. Bryce Hospital, one of America's oldest psychiatric asylums, opened in 1861. In its early decades, it was notorious for brutal treatments, patients caged in iron restraints, plunged into ice baths, and subjected to continuous electric shocks. Over 100 years, more than 9,000 inmates died, many unnamed and forgotten in the cold, silent wards. Though long abandoned, at night the hospital still echoes with its tragic past. Trespassers report the clatter of wheeled beds rolling down empty hallways, nameplates swinging on doors despite no breeze. A frail voice from room 312. I'm not insane. I see what you cannot. A documentary crew captured an eerie lullaby sung in an empty ward. No women or children were present. Their footage also shows a hunched figure scratching at a wall. No one on the team recognized the silhouette. Local legend claims that Dr. Whalen, a physician who conducted secret experiments on patients, never truly left. On each new moon, inmates would vanish from the rolls, their bodies never found. Now, it's said he still prowls the halls, seeking fresh souls to cure the madness he termed the hunger for life. Near the basement entrance, dried blood spells out, "Don't trust the doctor." I'm not crazy, he smiled as I died. Bryce Hospital still stands, perhaps because its work is unfinished, or because its inhabitants never truly left. Number 3. The Girl in the Red Dress Who Never Sleeps. The dorm room door was locked, but at night, the lights were still on, and a figure in a red dress walked by, never blinking. Huntingdon College is an old art school nestled within the lush campus of Montgomery, but hidden behind its moss-covered walls is a tale all freshmen hear: the legend of the girl in the red dress. In 1910, a student named Martha, the daughter of a wealthy family from the East, was sent here to study. She was unlike anyone else, always wearing a red dress, carrying a red suitcase, and donning a red headband. But this striking appearance was a facade for a dark soul. She had no friends, was very quiet, and often sat alone in the dark. Her roommate recalled that Martha never slept at night. She would stand in front of the mirror for hours, mumbling nonsensical words, her eyes wide open, never blinking. One night in October, Martha hung herself in her room, still in her familiar red dress. Blood flowed from her eyes as if someone had scraped her insides. Since then, her dorm has been known as the Forbidden Room, but students still whisper, the light in room 428 stays on at midnight, even though no one rents it. The mirror in the bathroom has red fingerprints, despite no one entering. And on the anniversary of Martha's death, you can hear soft footsteps and the rustle of silk walking down the hallway. One student once filmed a TikTok at the dorm. In the video, she stood in front of the mirror, joking, "Martha, are you still here?" The video ended with a scream, and the phone falling to the ground, the camera flipping upside down, a flash of a red dress appearing through the lens. The scariest part, they say, the girl in the red dress only appears to those who feel utterly alone, and once you see her, you'll start wearing red without realizing it. Number 4. The Crying Spirit of Bear Creek Swamp. You won't get lost in Bear Creek Swamp. Instead, you'll be kept there by cold hands and a cry that wraps around your neck like a serpent. Bear Creek Swamp is a vast, desolate marsh that has been abandoned for centuries. The trees are entangled, their roots sprawling like tentacles. There is no phone signal, no maps, and especially, no way out once you venture too deep. Locals say the swamp was once the site where a black woman was buried alive, accused of witchcraft. They tied her up, gagged her, and drowned her in the mud until no breath remained. But she didn't die, and she never left. Passers-by tell of hearing faint, sorrowful cries echoing from the mist. Suddenly, their GPS spins wildly, and their compass needle spins incessantly. The trees seem to shift, and in the thick roots, someone is crawling, squirming, crying out, "Mama!"
Mama,
A group
where
of
are
students
you?
once brought dolls as props to film a documentary in the swamp. When they returned, they found all the dolls clawed open, their eyes gouged out. The camera was also broken, but the final audio still played. "You took my baby." The locals now leave old dolls and candles at the trailheads, trying to appease the spirit. But sometimes, the candles are blown out before they can be lit. And if you venture into the swamp and hear crying, don't answer, because the one crying is just looking for someone to replace her. Number 5. The face in the courthouse window. There is a face forever imprinted on the courthouse window. It's not the fogged glass. It's the lingering grudge that will never fade. The Pickens County Courthouse in Carrollton, a two-story red brick building built in 1877, is one of the most haunting locations in Alabama. But the real terror isn't within its walls. It's on a small window on the top floor. People claim that a face, watching all who pass by, can be seen there. The legend tells of Henry Wells, an innocent black man falsely accused of arson. In a fit of rage, a mob chained him and locked him in a room in the attic before trial. As he looked down through the dirty window at the crowd below, he shouted, "If I am innocent, let my face remain on this window, so you'll never forget me." Thunder roared. A lightning bolt struck the building. The fire ignited. Henry perished in the burning room. Afterward, townspeople discovered that his face remained imprinted on the glass and could not be wiped away. Many window cleaners and glassmakers tried to replace the pane, but each new piece would reveal the same face, his eyes wide, his lips tightly pressed, as though silently screaming. The police even tried using chemicals, sandpaper, and fire, but nothing could make the face disappear. Today, if you visit the Pickens Courthouse, stand at the right corner of the front lawn. Look up at the top floor window on the left. You will see the faint face, like a photograph taken from hell. Not everyone can see it, only those who fear being wrongfully accused. Number 6. Dead Children's Playground. After midnight, the swings move without wind. Children's laughter echoes through the cemetery, and someone is watching you from under the sand. Hidden within Maple Hill Cemetery, the largest graveyard in Alabama, is a small, eerie playground. Dead Children's Playground. No signs, no lights, no one cleans up, but it's never empty. Located near the graves of children who died in an early 20th century epidemic, the playground contains 3 swings, a rusty slide, and a climbing frame, half collapsed. But the children are still there. Local residents recall, at midnight, you hear the high-pitched laughter, the sound of tiny feet running across the ground. Sometimes, the swings move back and forth, as if someone is playing on them. The sand in the playground continuously forms small handprints, stretching out as though crawling from the ground. A group of photographers once camped here to capture ghostly images. Their camera recorded a chilling 7-second clip. The swing moves violently, then halts suddenly as though stopped by an invisible hand. Then, in the darkness, a pair of white, hollow eyes gleams near the edge of the camera. Since then, people have placed old dolls around the playground for the children to play with. But every morning, some dolls disappear. The police stop patrolling this area after 11 p.m. They say, "Don't wake the children." Number 7. The Ghost of Gaines Ridge Inn. They came for the famous peach pie, but they left, with the sound of a wailing scream echoing in their minds. Gaines Ridge Inn looks like a 19th century southern mansion, wide verandas, white shutters, weathered wood walls. Now, it's a small restaurant, but its past is anything but peaceful. It's believed that the building was once a covert execution house during the Civil War. Many were tortured and killed in its basement. The current owner, Betty, tells the tale, "I've never seen a ghost, but every night, the kitchen is unnaturally cold, and there are cries that echo from the empty dining room." Customers who dine there recount glasses of water being pushed back when placed on the table, chairs rocking with no one sitting in them, a woman's shrill scream at 8:14 p.m. every night, the time when, according to legend, a woman was murdered for betraying the ruling authority. One guest took a selfie in the second-floor bathroom mirror. When he got home and reviewed the picture, behind him stood a woman in a white dress, faceless, her hands dripping with blood. The photo was deleted 2 hours later, so he swears he never touched it. No one stays after 9 p.m., and every time the restaurant closes, Betty always places an empty plate on the farthest corner table, a plate for the one who never orders.
Thank you for watching. If you find this video interesting, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join me in exploring more mysteries in the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.